Everybody, I'm excited to be introducing Module 9's film, The Full Monty. It's one of my favorite films and one I've shown many times in past classes. And we are discussing this week film and ideology and how film looks at gender, racial issues, and sexuality. And this touches a little bit on sexuality, but this is really looking at gender and looking at male issues that are not looked at a lot in films. The Full Monty came out in 1997 and made for a small budget of $3.5 million, was the runaway surprise critical box office hit. It made over $257 million worldwide, resulting in 4 Oscar nominations, which I'll talk later, which is rare for a comedy. This film takes place in the UK, and it's looking at a group of men, 6 unemployed steelworkers in the town of Sheffield in the UK, who are trying to gain back their dignity. This film really looks at men in a unique way that we don't see often on film. It looks at men and how insecure they are, how their working class issues, their body image issues, wrestling with sexuality, and it looks at male frailty in a way that we don't often see. And what's interesting about this film is it portrays these men at really defining themselves, sadly, by their economic status. They feel they're a success because of their economic status. So when they lose their jobs, they are floundering and looking for something to gain back their dignity. The interesting aspect of this film is, as the film starts, the lead character Gaz, well played by Robert Carlyle, is dealing with his wife. He's separated from his wife. She is suing him for custody. She is threatening that he won't be able to see his son. And he just doesn't know what he's going to do. He's unemployed. Some of his buddies who are unemployed from the steel mills are working at retail or floundering to find some sort of job. They're all in a really bad situation. They do notice in town that the strip dancers, the Chippendales, are in town, and all the women, their girlfriends, wives, are all lining up to see them, and they just can't understand why women would want to see guys down at their thongs, sensually dancing for them. But when they go in and see how packed it is and how excited the women are, it gives them an idea. Maybe if we can do this, we're the locals, if we can do a strip show, and if we can do something that the Chippendales don't do, they go down to their thongs, we're going to do the Full Monty. We're going to take it all off. And metaphorically, this movie is really using male and male stripping for these men to get back their dignity, to gain back their dignity. It is a wonderful, whimsical film, brilliantly acted by a great ensemble. In fact, in 1997, when this film came out and was nominated for a number of Screen Actors Guild Award, it won the top Screen Actors Guild Award for Best Ensemble. And it really has a bunch of people, and it shows these guys really working together to help each other. They bond with each other to move forward with what they feel is failure. It's a great movie about friendship, a great look at men who sadly define themselves by their economic status, have body image issues, have issues about wrestling with sexuality, coming out. One character is doing that. Another issue in this movie is one character doesn't even tell his wife that he's unemployed. He's a manager, and she is still planning trips and spending money on their credit card, and he's freaking out when he's going to get the bill. It really looks at all these things really uniquely. As I said, it won 4 Oscar nominations. It won 1 award, actually, for its whimsical score. It actually got a Best Director nomination, a Best Picture nomination, and a Best Screenplay nomination. Again, rare for a comedy. Love this movie. It's one of my favorites. Hope you guys really enjoy it and enjoy its really unique look at gender and how it defines masculinity. Something always portrayed sometimes not as realistically as it should on film. This really looks at men, their problems, their frailty, and how they define themselves. I hope you enjoy The Full Monty.